Hey, what's going on? I'm Victor Omoayo, back again with a brand new video for you guys today, and I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than my usual fare in that I'm going to be showcasing my Blu-ray and DVD collection. Now, it's been a couple of years since I did this type of video, so I figure, hey, there's no time like the present to show you what I have sitting on my shelves as of late. Now, if you come across any movies or any titles that may be of interest or something that kind of strikes your fancy, then by all means, feel free to hit the pause button and take note at what I have in stock. So that's pretty much it for the intro. So without further ado, join me on this wild and wacky journey. Let's do this. Alright, so we're kicking off my Blu-ray and DVD collection video in style here, beginning with my Criterion Collection films. And like I said, feel free to hit the pause button at any time if you see something of interest. So many remarkable gems in the Criterion Collection, man. I mean, we have Gilda, which is the Rita Hayworth classic. Very pleased to see that on the Criterion Collection. We have The Magician. We have Letter Never Sent, which is one of the most beautiful black and white films I've ever seen by Mikhail Kalatozov. What else do we have here? We have The Red Shoes by Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger. Truly one of the most gorgeous looking films I've ever seen in Technicolor on Blu-ray, and if you're a film buff on any level, you owe it to yourself to see The Red Shoes in high definition. What else do we have here? We have Douglas Sirk's All That Heaven Allows. Hopefully we'll see Written on the Wind at some point. Mulholland Drive. We've got Last Year at Marienbad, that all-white spine that you saw there. We have some of the digibooks here, or digipacks rather, or moving to the digibooks now. We have All About Eve, Seven Samurai, the masterpiece by Akira Kurosawa. I also have The Fifth Element, which is a film that I really enjoyed. The Fifth Element, that edition is the 4K remastered version, so definitely check that out. We have some steelbooks here, 3 of which I have from Mondo, Pan's Labyrinth, Reservoir Dogs, and The Thing. I love their packaging. What else down here? We've got Scarface, Oliver Stone, Al Pacino, Spaceballs, Straight Outta Compton, that Target exclusive, A Trip to the Moon, George Méliès, and we're moving to some of the other films in my collection, some of the regular cased Blu-rays. Let's see, we've got Baraka and Samsara, some gorgeous cinematography there. Birdman, speaking of which, gorgeous cinematography by the great master Chivo, Emmanuel Lubezki. Children of Men. I also have Copland over there, which is right at the end. Copland is definitely, I would say, one of Sylvester Stallone's most underrated films. It was a great performance, and he should have received more recognition for his efforts in that film. Delicatessen by Jean-Pierre Jeunet. I also have the Evil Dead trilogy, parts 1, 2, and Army of Darkness. I really like Evil Dead 2. That's my favorite one in the collection. In that whole trilogy. I need to see that show, Ash vs. Evil Dead. I heard it was pretty good. Let's see what else I have here. Full Metal Jacket, Gandhi, Gangs of New York. I also have Grand Budapest Hotel, Imitation of Life. That Blu-ray set includes both versions of the film, the one from the 30s and the one from 1959, which was Douglas Sirk's final film. Let's see, Inception, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the original version by Don Siegel. That's a great sci-fi B movie. Let's see, Life is Beautiful. Lord of War, definitely one of Nicolas Cage's best and his most underrated. I have the entire Mad Max series, Fury Road being my favorite one. I've also bought The Martian, which was my favorite film of 2015, right there. See, The Prestige, Predestination, also one of my favorite films of last year. Definitely check that out. I won't spoil it for you. Now, we have both The Raid 1 and 2. What else? Selma. Selma was a great film. David Oyelowo. Great performance as Martin Luther King. Let's see, we got Shame. Steve McQueen. I have all 3 Steve McQueen's films so far. 12 Years a Slave, Shame, and Hunger. And he makes challenging cinema. Spartacus, as you can see there, that's the remastered edition of Spartacus. Definitely trumps the old Blu-ray in every respect. And yeah, and of course, A Tree of Life, one of my favorites. And now we're moving to my animations and James Bond films. Akira, right over there, Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away. I have some of Pixar's finest films over there, as you can see. Inside Out being my favorite Pixar film, and that's really saying something because they make masterpieces left and right. I also have all of my favorite James Bond films. Also my favorite films from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the good Batman films, especially Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, which remains the standard bearer of the superhero genre in my opinion. We have some BBC documentary series, Frozen Planet, Human Planet, Life, narrated by David Attenborough, and of course Planet Earth, which is breathtaking in high definition. I also have Avatar, The Last Airbender, and The Legend of Korra. Both series are just beautiful works of animation. I love that series so much. True Detective, the first season, The Wire on Blu-ray. At the end there, I have Sense and Sensibility. Now, that film is not widely available on Blu-ray. It's available through the Twilight Time distribution company. And I really like Sense and Sensibility. That's one of my favorite Ang Lee films. And over here we have some series, some box sets. Herzog, The Collection, Harry Potter, all 8 films. Apocalypse Now, Full Disclosure, Avatar, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Double Indemnity, one of my favorite what's his name? Billy Wilder films. I was blanking out on his name. And let's see, we have some television series down here in living color. The first 3 volumes of Batman the Animated Series. The first 10 seasons of The Simpsons. We also have 24, all the seasons, including Live Another Day. Freakazoid, both seasons. Chappelle's Show. When the Levees Broke. And If God Is Willing and the Creek Don't Rise by Spike Lee. And The Shield, aka the best cop drama on television. If you disagree, then, well, that's your opinion, man. And okay, we're moving to my last remaining DVDs. Now, I've had a lot more DVDs over the years, but I've actually managed to upgrade many of my films to Blu-ray, and for a very cheap price. You'd be surprised. You can find a lot of excellent deals, like in Newberry Comics, for example, a lot of used DVDs, or even more deals online. Like, it's relatively inexpensive to upgrade to Blu-ray, I found. But, yeah, these are just some of the ones I have left. And I would really love to see Nothing But a Man, which is one of my treasured DVDs in my collection. I would love to see that make the move to Blu-ray. Perhaps Criterion. That's a film that's right up Criterion's alley, in my opinion. They should definitely get on that. And as you can see, those are some of my wrestling Blu-rays and DVDs. Paul Heyman, that's one of my favorite sets. And I have WrestleMania 17 and 18. WrestleMania 17 being the best WrestleMania, in my opinion, still. Let's see, I also have up close, you can see here, 2 of the Turner Classic Movies DVD sets. One by Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. And here we have some Criterion and Eclipse DVD sets, one from Paul Robeson, the great Paul Robeson, Basil Dearden's London Underground, Louisa Shapiko, Post-War Kurosawa, and the first films of Samuel Fuller. Just truly grade A sets, worthy of any film aficionado's collection for sure. And last but not least, I have some of my remaining box sets on Blu-ray. Lawrence of Arabia, that film that's always in the background of all of my videos. You have the essential Jacques Demy. Jacques Demy was a French filmmaker whom I discovered from the Criterion Collection. I actually bought that whole series box set blind, and I'm very glad I did because it was well worth the asking price. Krzysztof Kieslowski's 3 Colors. I love that trilogy so much. It's art house at its finest. And right here, last but not least, you have the complete Jacques Tati. Just a clever artist when it comes to like visual puns and subtle humor. Okay, so there it is, my complete Blu-ray and DVD collection video. I really hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, then by all means, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. And you can also find me on the Codex Prime podcast via SoundCloud, iTunes, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can also email the Codex Prime podcast at gmail.com. All the information is in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Victor Omoayo. You can also find more video essay review goodness from me on the Victor Omoayo channel.